ideas where we need to go.
Just going to see if I can configure some of this audio real quick so we don't get the crackling noises. Helgato. If we go into game capture, configure, input. This is just the sound.
Input devices switch. Could that be the reason?
I don't think so, but, you know, we'll change it to PS4 just in case. Because really... Oh, except for that's going to do that now. There we go. Well, we'll see if that's any better, I guess. Because we went through this last time where someone sent me a possible workaround, but then I lost it because it wasn't directly in front of me, you know. That's what happens.
Play something on an emulator. I have no problem with this, but I don't know what the legalities of it are, and it's not fair for me to tank our gaming channel so I can play an emulated game.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see if that works. Move you over here. And... Oh, wait, are you... Yeah, you're still on God of War.
Yeah.
And then... Great.
All right.
Okay, so, by the way, also now that we have a new game, it's after 8:30. We are in full Infinity War spoiler talk.
Movie was good.
So from here on out, we will be talking about Infinity War or anything. But if Infinity War does come up, we're going to spoil the shit out of it. So really heads up. So spoilers. It was good. Spoilers. Actually, Pro Austinic says just showed up. Was seeing Infinity War. Good stuff. Laughed picturing all the crying 10-year-olds last weekend. Jack, it's pronounced Kevin Feige.
Well, let's talk about this. If you've seen the movie,
Yeah.
you know it has a downer ending.
A very downer ending.
And you brought your children to see it. So why do you talk about that? Because I found that curious, interesting.
Of course I brought my children to it. They have seen all the Marvel movies with me. They enjoy them all. They've seen the trailers, and they say, hey, my favorite heroes are all in a movie together. And the movie ends with Spider-Man crying and fading into dust.
Where's that dwarf?
So, you know, the movie ends, and my 10-year-old looks over to me and just goes, "What? What? What? What?" He was like, I could see the panic in his eyes. And so I calmed him down, and I just said, "There's another one. They're making another movie. So, you know, don't worry, you know."
They're making another Spider-Man movie. He's fine.
They're making another Infinity War movie, and he's like, "Oh, okay." And that calmed him down immediately.
Yeah.
Because even a 10-year-old knows that death doesn't really mean anything in the movies or comic books. Like, oh yeah, they'll come back to life. It's fine. So I didn't even need to explain that they're all probably coming back in the next movie. I just needed to say that there's another movie, and he got that immediately. Like, oh yeah, okay, that's fine.
So okay, we know that in the comic books, death is absolutely meaningless, right?
Absolutely.
In the comic books.
Yeah.
People were saying this about the Infinity War movie, but has this really been that true in the movies? How many death resurrections have we had in the Marvel Cinematic Universe specifically?
Can you make it?
I don't know if we've had any.
Loki faked his death, but we knew if he faked his death in the movie, he faked his death then, right?
Or likewise an instrument of war.
In
Yes.
Thor 2?
Yes.
But we knew at the end of the film he wasn't dead, so that doesn't even count.
That doesn't count, right?
Okay. So I don't think it's fair to label the Marvel movies with this comic book stigma of death not meaning anything.
Well, the stigma is about to come about now. Like what they're starting to do is they're starting to set precedent.
Well, here's some things. Samuel Jackson. Okay. So that one does count. They did do that with.
No, but he came back in the same movie.
It was in the same movie.
Yeah.
All right, doesn't count
Doesn't count.
because they're not going back on the death. That's not cheap
Right.
because it was in the same story.
Yeah,
that
was
doesn't count.
That was all in Winter Soldier. He came back.
Phil Coulson. That stupid fucking TV show doesn't count.
No matter how much fans argue, technically Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is in universe. It doesn't count. It absolutely does not count.
Kevin Feige does not give a shit about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show.
No, unfortunately. And
Loki came back in the same movie.
Yep. The one reputable thing I will see is Bucky. Bucky Barnes got killed in Captain America: The First Avenger and didn't come back until Winter Soldier.
True. Okay, Bucky Barnes.
But that's one.
That's legit.
Yep.
Quicksilver didn't come back.
Quicksilver has not come back.
You clever little beaver. Never too late to learn a new trick, is it?
I think I would still count Sam Jackson. If it happens within the same movie, it doesn't count. And here's the real thing. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? People who kind of die and then come back and there's a logical explanation, that's not the stigma of death doesn't matter. It's when all of a sudden, due to some sort of magic or mutant power or godlike power, that people start coming back to life.
I'm viewing
That's
this.
when death it becomes meaningless.
My meaningless threshold here is when it's a retcon. If the author intended for that character to be dead, never to come back, and either he changes his mind or the editor steps in or some other writer down the road says, no, that's when it feels cheap.
First of all, you're right. That it absolutely is cheap that way. But as soon as, like for example, if they found the anti-death Infinity Stone, and that's how they bring everyone back. Obviously, that's not a thing, right?
Yeah.
And they bring people back using the anti-death Infinity Stone. That's when death starts to become meaningless, because then if anyone dies ever again, they can just use the magical MacGuffin. And I don't know how they're going to do it in the next movie, but if it involves some sort of magic or cosmic power, and then someone dies later, why can't you just use the magic cosmic power again? I think once you start dealing in magical MacGuffins, that's when death starts to become meaningless. To me, at least. So if someone is able to get the Infinity Gauntlet and snap their fingers and everyone comes back, it just becomes we know that magical MacGuffins are a thing that exists, and so anyone who dies may come back later, and then death starts to become meaningless.
Yeah, it depends upon what they do with the Infinity Gauntlet.
It's true.
It might be gone by the destroyed or whatever at the end.
Oh, right. But they're using up by killing fucking a lot of people at the end there. They're using up. They're both using up a lot of their cred, but also being pretty clear that these people are coming back. Mm-hmm. Like Black Panther just made a fucking $1 billion, and then he went away into dust. The Black Panther's coming back.
Right.
Spider-Man is a pretty prominent hero. He's definitely coming back. Gamora gets thrown off a cliff, but James Gunn already said that she's in Guardians Volume 3, so we just know she's coming back. That was it for me watching the movie. Is as soon as Gamora got killed, I started to go, oh, I guess it just doesn't matter who's killed because some sort of magical MacGuffin's going to bring him back. And so while I enjoyed the movie, it was a little like meh. Oh, they're killing people. But here's the thing. And anyone who reads comic books knows this thing. Whenever there is a big crossover event, big things will happen that won't necessarily affect your favorite stories. It's just a big fun thing that happens, and then we go back to our regular stories.
Yeah.
So, that's the real thing. Yeah, Sinner Minute. Sorry, we are full Avengers spoilers. Sorry if you're just joining us. Jack on 10 years of continuity coming to a head. Meh. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about it. To be fair, for the past week, I was on some medication that altered my mood in a negative way, and that might have affected my viewing of Avengers Infinity War. And I do plan on seeing it again because my wife didn't get a chance to see it with us. And so we're going to watch it another time, and I might feel differently about it. But overall, Rich, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
My biggest criticism of Infinity Wars...
Of what?
Hold on, I've been drinking apparently. My biggest complaint about Avengers Infinity War is that it felt too fast.
Okay.
There was so many things happening, and I don't feel like they gave enough time to everything. And that's my biggest complaint.
Well, the fact that they had 40 characters, I think they handled it quite nicely. Everything felt compartmentalized, and it wasn't about furthering all those side character stories. It was about introducing and building up Thanos.
Yes.
That's the purpose of the movie, because it's the Avengers Infinity War movie, and then the next one, based on who they got rid of, it's totally just going to be the farewell to the old original Avengers, because they're pretty much the only ones that are left.
Right.
So it doesn't make any sense to develop like Spider-Man or Doctor Strange's character in a movie that is dedicated to Thanos and the Avengers primarily.
Right. But I feel like certain scenes weren't given their proper setup or weight.
Like, what do you mean?
A perfect example is there's a really wonderful sequence in which Thor and Groot and Rocket Raccoon go meet up with giant-sized Peter Dinklage to make a new weapon for Thor in the heart of the dying neutron star. And there's this big sequence where, Thor does some hero space stuff to make the metal pieces of his hammer, and then suddenly they realize that they don't have the handle for his new hammer axe. But Groot's there, and Groot grows a handle for it, which is really cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
By the way. But what I felt like they were going for there was a Groot as the moody teenager decides to do something noble. And I don't feel like that was set up properly. Like Groot for the whole movie was kind of like meh, being a moody teenager. Like, I don't care about any of this. And then all of a sudden decides to grow the handle because Thor really needs him.
Do you want like 3 scenes dedicated to developing Groot's side story just so he can make an axe handle?
Yes and no.
It was crowded as it was.
Well, that's my complaint. That's my exact complaint is there was a little bit of setup that Thor could understand what Groot was saying.
His setup for being a moody, I don't know, that's in the other movies, man.
No. Him being set up to be a moody teenager was already in the other movies. But what made his turn to help Thor? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Just a couple more scenes here and there is my only complaint. These are minor because overall I did enjoy the movie. But there were a bunch of little payoffs or sequences that I felt could have used a little more room to grow. Is it really that important? We know Groot is noble from the first film, but remember, this is a whole new Groot. This is, a whole new thing, and he's spent the whole movie being a moody teenager and then decides that he's going to help Thor, and I felt like it just wasn't fully earned. Again, these are minor nitpicky complaints, but that was indicative of my over. Jack wanted the movie to be longer, basically. I think it might be raining.
I think it is, yes.
I did. I wanted, and obviously it's 2.5 hours, so they can't make it super long, and all of your favorite heroes aren't going to get the scenes they deserve because it's a huge crossover event.
Oh shit! I spent all my upgrade. That was
You did.
probably dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably dumb. Should have saved some for this.
Special edition Blu-ray is going to get those scenes, very possible. But no, like overall, I liked it. I just felt like it was just a little too fast paced. Just a little more room to breathe. So,
I'm gonna go to Fluffle Flime.
you're going to do what?
I'm gonna go to Fluffle Flime.
There you go. I'll go to Hufflepuff Flame.
Falafel End.
Yeah. Jack wanted an extended sequence where Groot and Thor hang out in a casino planet. No, so they set up a little bit of a connection between Thor and Groot because Thor could understand what Groot is saying, and Thor, had some kind of backhanded explanation like, "Oh yeah, blah, he's an elder, blah blah." And,
There you go.
right.
There you go.
And so like what I'm asking for in this specific case is like one more scene where like Thor does something and Groot goes and
One more scene anywhere would have made the movie split down the middle.
I
It would
know.
have blown up.
Oh, I fucking know. I know, Rich. It was so long and so much in it.
This is a movie where you should not be talking about adding anything.
Oh, I know, but it just seems so fast, man. It just seems so fast. Public Masticator, yes, Rich and I are doing full spoilers, full Infinity War spoilers. We're just chatting about it. The chat probably won't last very long, as you've probably already listened to Rich talk about it at length. And I don't have much to add besides I liked it, but thought it was a little fast.
Fast?
Yeah, like I'm saying, everything was happening very fast in the movie. Like this scene's happening, now this scene's happening, now this scene's happening. Want a little more room to breathe, but overall, I thought it was neat.
I don't know that I could say it was fast, Jack.
Everything. Here we are. We're here. We're over here. Everything's over here.
I can't agree with that statement.
That was fast. And again, I was on mood-altering medication, and I'm about to re-watch it later this week, so my feelings might drastically change. So there's a lot of caveats to what I'm saying.
It's slightly too long. I don't know what you cut out, but it's slightly too long.
You can't cut out anything. You also need to add some stuff, and you can't add any more length. And all the heroes need equal time. But it was fun. Oh, all the meetups. All the meetups, Rich. Classic crossover shenanigans. When the Winter Soldier is fighting back-to-back with Rocket Raccoon.
That was cute.
Rocket Raccoon wants to buy his arm off of him. It's great. It's great.
When Jormungandr and Thor battle at Ragnarok, their clash so violently shakes the tree of life that it splinters.
Oh shit, no, this game is not called Minute. I will update that right now.
That is madness.
Jack managed to successfully beat Minute on stream. It's done.
It's done. I beat it.
Drax was hilarious. Drax is always hilarious.
Drax is always hilarious.
I want that character in every movie. The Guardians are such awesome fucking characters in general. They're so inherently likable.
Well, and they play really well with the other.
Yeah.
We got Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Star-Lord to bitch at each other for an extended period of time. That was great. Mm-hmm. All that stuff with the three of them were great. The three biggest dickheads in the Marvel Cinematic Universe get to hang out on a planet, and it was fantastic. It was getting very close to I clapped the movie. No, it's a crossover event. That's the whole point of the movie. We're supposed to have these fun moments where the characters interact with each other. It's a movie built so you can have the badass lady from the other Avengers movie fight alongside the badass lady from the Black Panther movie because of fan service. That's fun. Ooh, look at that big Thor. That's fun, and the movie was fun, and also it was neat, you know. The cool bad guys and Thanos being super strong, and the good guys trying their hardest but fucking failing all the time.
Speaking of failing,
Are you gonna fail?
probably.
Elite is invulnerable.
Yeah, I need to kill a henchman. But I don't see where any of them are right now, so... There we go.
Nice, and throw 'em! Boom. So you need to kill all the henchmen.
Boy!
Wow. Boy, killed. Assume he and Valkyrie survived somehow. Anyone you didn't see die on screen is alive, and even people you did see die on screen could be alive when the magic glove thing...
They could be alive, but I really think the next one's going to narrow its focus on Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Wasp, Hawkeye, the original core Avengers are going to be the focus.
Oh, sure, but then by the end of that movie, anyone... Like for example, Heimdall. We saw him die on screen in this movie.
Anyone we saw die on screen in this movie, they're liable to come back just due to the nature of the story they're doing.
Exactly.
I take any death we had with a huge grain of salt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, like, you know, because the chat was... Did you see Ragnarok before this?
I meant to, and then I never just got around to it. I was like, oh shit, it's the night before, I don't have time. It got away from me.
So you know that ship that Thor and the Hulk were on in the beginning?
Yeah.
Well, Valkyrie was on that ship. Obviously, Heimdall was on that ship. Loki, well, you saw Loki. And so, but we didn't see Valkyrie.
Wasn't on screen, doesn't count.
Right.
That's any death. Everyone knows that.
Sure. But even people we did see die, that could be undone by what happens in the next movie because because we're logical and practical adults, we know that most of these people are coming back anyway. Just because they have more money to make for the Marvel machine.
It's a new character that people like. Yeah, they're not dead. Damn you.
Nope. He just pulled a nope on your ass.
He just got the fuck.
Yep.
And he stayed gone. Oh, there we go.
Oh no, you got him. Did you?
I did, but he's a boss.
Yeah, he doesn't have the hit animations. There you go. There you go. Cap and maybe Iron Man will die. Maybe Rocket. You know.
No, Rocket's gonna survive. I don't think they're gonna kill a Guardian in a non-James Gunn movie.
That'll be the big question.
I even think Gamora's coming back. I think it's going to be a major plot point, her coming back.
Oh, well, we know Gamora's coming back. James Gunn already confirmed that she's in Volume 3. Like, we know she's coming back.
It could be smoke and mirrors.
I suppose it could be.
Or an old interview from before they'd actually written.
Maybe. Well, and, you know, it could be Captain. Is it the Russo brothers again who are directing the next one? They've been making Captain America movies for a while, so they do get to kill Captain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think any of the original group, they're fair game.
Mm-hmm. What'll be interesting, this is something you and I talked about outside of stream on Sunday. What will be interesting is how Ant-Man and Wasp handle the timeline.
It'll probably take place before.
You think?
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see it take place in the aftermath. Really, really interesting.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to take place before.
You just don't think they want to dedicate that kind of time?
Yeah. Or, I don't know, emotion.
Everybody's dead.
Right.
Ready?
I mean, they specifically they had a line dedicated to why Ant-Man wasn't there.
You know, if they did announce that it was set in the aftermath, it would increase ticket sales by a lot.
It really would.
If that were like a reveal now,
It really
it
would.
really would. People who did not give a shit at all, like me, would actually be interested in seeing the movie.
Did you see Ant-Man?
No.
It's pretty
'Cause
good.
I don't care.
Because you don't care.
That's fucking Ant-Man. I don't give a shit.
But it's Paul Rudd.
fucking Ant-Man.
It's Paul Rudd.
I don't give a shit.
Everybody loves Paul Rudd. You don't have to care about Ant-Man. You can watch anything Paul Rudd's in.
Oh, you fucker. Boy,
Boy.
make it dead, boy. Make the thing dead.
Captain Marvel is going to make so much money off that post-credit tease.
Really? Does that
I d-
tease actually make you excited to see Captain Marvel?
It does make me curious as to what that beeper is. Is it because we know the Captain Marvel movie takes place in the 90s?
Yeah.
Is it a time travel beeper?
No, it's just that's what they had when she left.
When she left?
Wherever she ended up after the end of the Captain Marvel movie.
Ah. She had a beeper.
That's the only way they have to get a hold of her.
Sure. No, that was a nice tease, is what that was. I don't think that will drive up ticket sales. I think people like Brie Larson, and people now understand that Marvel consistently makes okay to good movies. So that's what's going to drive ticket sales. Is charismatic lady in a movie I'm sure will at least be adequate. Sign me up. Captain Marvel is Supergirl in a terrible costume. No, her new costume is pretty good. I don't know what the movie costume will look like, but I like her new comic costume. I think that's neat looking.
I don't think this is going well.
Yeah. Captain Marvel's finally going to bring Skrulls to the big screen.
Oh, I do.
Is that announced? Is it announced that she's fighting the Skrulls?
I haven't. I'm not up on my Captain Marvel news.
Neither am I. Let's see here. Huffhearted said, "Good evening, Rich. I know you've done so many reviews that it may not, but do your costumes ever distract you while having discussions?
Not so much.
Have you ever had to wear anything, or have you ever refused to wear anything because you're like, I won't be able to sit and talk in this for an hour?
I don't think there've been that many outlandish suggestions, so I don't think it's ever really been a problem.
Sure. Go. David in O People says, "Hey, it's Jackson and Dick Evans. You guys should play Injustice 2. It's the perfect time because Ant-Man 2 just released a new trailer." It's a fun trailer. It's a fun trailer. I'm a big fan of repurposing 90s hip-hop into modern-day action movie trailers. Deadpool and Ant-Man and Wasp have repurposed 90s hip-hop in their trailers, and they're both fine trailers.
Shit.
Oh my god, Rich.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, it looks fun. Looks like a fun movie.
This is harder than the Valkyrie.
This looks like it's harder than the Valkyrie. Having to take care of the minions before you can even do damage to the boss.
You suck at this game, Rich. Well, thanks, motherfucker.
Ready?
How is that helpful, Talonok? How are you being helpful?
I don't think it's intended to be helpful.
That's what I'm asking. If you're not intended to be helpful, then why do it? Because you're a dickhead.
I think you just answered your own question.
Oh, I get it. You don't get the hate for Ant-Man? I don't think there's any hate
It's
for
not
Ant-Man.
hate, just lack of care.
Yeah, there's a lot of indifference towards Ant-Man because it's Ant-Man. You know? Ant-Man isn't a character that is generally like on your kid's bed sheets. You know? Not a household name. I think it's worth it for Paul Rudd. Oh, what was that power? That's neat. Too bad they didn't let Paul Rudd play a bigger dickhead. It would be like the real dream scene for any MCU fan would be more Paul Rudd, Robert Downey Jr. interaction. Fuck. Like Paul Rudd with Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch, I think would be better than Star-Lord with him. Aquaman is going to get dumped on Netflix at this point? Possibly. Poor Aquaman. Poor Jason Momoa. That man was born in the wrong decade. And could you imagine him acting in the 90s?
Who, sorry?
Aquaman.
Intense fight. Oh!
Like in the late 80s, early 90s, when, you know, just everything was an action movie and stunt casting big beefy dudes was the thing to do, Jason Momoa would have made out like a bandit.
Fuck.
He turned down the role of Drax? Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm very glad because, what's his name?
Fucking spamming that crap. You suck.
Batista, thank you, Dave Batista, is the now that we've seen him as Drax, is the only one who could have played Drax.
Well, that's it then.
That wasn't a terrible attempt. Maybe I'll get this after all.
You keep working at it, Rich. You keep doing it. I'm not sure Momoa can be funny. Who knows? Who knows? Who cares?
But you have the reaction time of a 40-year-old man. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Ready?
Drax.
How easy did you beat this section, jackass?
Oh, my first try. I don't know what you're talking about. It's easy. Yes, Batista was also very good in Blade Runner. Hidden talent as just a really good actor. Ah! Eat it. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, let's see here. Rich says, "Ad quoi? When Jay compared Infinity War with Empire Strikes Back, I thought your head would explode."
Yeah. I was processing it more than disapproving or anything. And I wanted to cut in that Empire really was more bittersweet. While Avengers Infinity War is just depressing.
It's just a huge downer. We lose. Everybody loses. There's no winners.
Yeah. Well, Thanos, the bad guy wins. Empire ends with everybody's licking their wounds. We're gonna regroup.
Yeah.
We're looking out the window, looking at the future.
Oh, they got Han, but we're gonna get him back.
Right.
Yeah.
Infinity War is just, we failed, everyone's dead. Spider-Man just dissolved in your arms.
Everybody's dead. Other people are stuck on a planet. We can't get them. They're gone. Bucky's gone. Vision's dead. Vision got his brain ripped out of his skull.
Right.
Did Wanda die too? Probably. Who cares? Everyone's dead.
It's far darker than Empire.
Oh my god. Everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. You liked how it ended no to be continued bullshit? Well,
even though it quite clearly
I
is,
mean,
but yeah.
We all know it's going to be continued, and after the credit sequence, there was a Thanos will return. So, kind of a to be continued. It's, yeah, at this point in Marvel movies, we all know the score. Honestly, that probably just saved them 3 seconds of screen time, and they were just trying to save every minute of screen time that they could. Thanos will return. I think the most depressing thing was Maria Hill dissolving into ash. Love me that Colby Smulders. I'll tell you what.
I know you do.
I do love me that Colby Smulders. She hasn't been a big part of any movie, but she's always classy. Is Thanos going to have a reason to leave his retirement? That's the next movie.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll find out if this was his purpose and now he's really going to retire, or if he really is just a bad guy. I mean, who knows if he's a bad guy or not?
He doesn't see himself that way.
I know. But is that what they're going to use to best him, is prove to him that he really is just a bad guy? He is bad. Doesn't seem like he's all that bad to me, says Razorblade Hat. He just murders half of every planet.
He deserved it.
He murders half of every planet because they committed the crime of being hungry and poor. So, but it doesn't seem like that bad a guy to me. True Blue Review says, I have only 2 problems with Infinity War. The first is that Thanos' motivation may have worked for his home planet, but he has no reason to think it's the same case for the rest of the universe.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the Mad Titan. Listen, he's the bad guy. He's got a bad guy plan. It's not the worst motivation. I don't know if they could have gone with his original motivation for the movie, just because that would add a whole nother layer of complexity to it all. I suppose we already did have Hela, but I think that would have turned this from a 2-parter to a 3-parter, had he been courting death.
I think it was more an issue of the audience buying the weirder aspects of Marvel's cosmology.
That's another thing. That's another leap that that they would have to make. Oh, there you go. You got him a little bit. Got him a little bit. Yeah, that'd be a whole nother leap. Oh, and it's probably not Hela who he fell in love with, right? It was Lady Death, not the goddess of death. Mistress Death. Which honestly, after we just got done with the goddess of death, that would have added another bit of confusion to everyone. But it's fine. No, it's it works. It works as comic book villain motivation. It works as I'm doing this for your own good.
Well, you can poke a ton of holes in the logic.
Oh, sure. Oh, absolutely. Well, especially the logic that he sees himself as a good guy. That's where it really starts to break down, because it's just like, I don't know, man. But, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Right. Valiant Bloodshot says, I compare the Avengers films to be a fireworks show or a carnival ride. They're fast, fun, dumb, and not taken seriously. The deep stories should be the solo films. R.I.P. Spider-Man. I cried when I died. Well, this was a crossover. And
God damn it.
we got... I think expectations because of the first Avengers movies will be incredibly high for just the foreseeable future for every single Avengers movie. Just because that first Avengers movie is brilliant, is just wonderful. It was a big gamble that paid off in a big way.
Oh, fuck.
But
I'm not gonna do this.
you're not going to do this?
I'm not. There's no way.
That's fine. But there's nothing wrong with a little bit of fan service and a little bit of dumb fun in your crossover event movies. I'm trying to think of like the super fun moment. One of the many super fun moments, you know. Just the whole Spider-Man Doctor Strange thing. It's cute. It's all cute. We're using our superhero names. Oh, okay. Then I'm Spider-Man. Like that's adorable. That's just adorable. You want that.
He's not wrong.
Well, but Doctor Strange is real. It's cute.
Oh, he doesn't know that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's super cute. Everything about it's super cute. Spider-Man becoming the Iron Spider. Though, to be fair, I thought this was Iron Man's ugliest suit.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about ugliest. It's up there. I never much liked the one from 3. As much as I like that movie.
Which one? I guess
the main one he uses in 3.
Any of those suits, I liked the mechanical feel of all of his suits. They actually looked like something a human would build. And now that he's...
Yeah, I hate the nanotech.
Now that he has nanotechnology and they're very streamlined and, you know, they don't have the little gears and servos, I dislike his suit. I think it's ugly.
It might be the worst, yes.
And it adds an extra layer of MacGuffin-ism to his suits now, because now they can rearrange to be just fucking anything.
Well, that's okay, because he's going to be dead by the next one. So
Probably.
They figured we can go whole hog now.
Just go crazy, give him all the toys, because we're killing him off. Boy, get out of my way. Isn't Tony Stark a little outclassed technology-wise now that the Guardians are in the picture?
He should be. It won't be presented that way.
Yeah, Guardian tech.
Maybe no one else in the universe figured out his special element that he invented. Maybe nobody else in the universe figured that out. It was just Tony Stark.
It could be. Also, I'm going to say that while the Guardians do have a lot of technology, it's pretty DIY heavy. You know, it's rocket duct taping bombs and rockets together. So it's not as sleek a presentation as Tony Stark.
Yeah, but it's scrap built out of technology that is alien and highly sophisticated.
Sure. Oh. Hold on.
Hold on, what?
Someone in chat is asking whether spoilers are done, and I'm just going to say we're spoilering.
Yeah, we're probably not going for that much
rest
longer
of the night.
So if you don't want spoilers, you probably just go.
Oh yeah.
We're not only going to talk about that. If something else comes up, I don't care. But I'm just saying we've lifted the spoilers restriction for the night.
Absolutely.
I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we're just going through tips, which of course now is all Infinity War because we've lifted the spoiler ban, which is fine. Which is all fine. Will they bother to keep animating Thor's fake eye or just change it back to blue with no explanation?
Is it fake? Is it animated or is it just a contact lens? Does it do any fancy animations?
Ready?
I haven't really noticed that. I know it's a different color.
Well, I think that's what they're asking. Are they going to keep it a different color or are they going to say fuck it in the next movie? And if they say fuck it in the next movie, is he going to make some... He's probably going to have a one-sentence explanation like, oh, I fixed it.
Yeah, but a contact lens is not the most difficult thing in the world.
Is not the most difficult prosthetic, right. Well, or you get a close-up and you do the fancy animation and it pays off for one scene. I could see him keeping it. I could see it keeping him. At this point, it's probably cheaper to CGI the color than to have him wear contact all day. It's probably cheaper and easier to CGI it. Oof. Much like the Valkyries, these big baddies do not let you do your big wind-up attacks. Nice. Pinned him against that wall. Good move. Peter Dinklage was great. Peter Dinklage, who got to play a giant dwarf, which is an interesting sentence to say. But everything was very fun in the movie. Like I said, my only complaint was the films. I don't know.
Just hurry up, man.
Who?
The bad guys.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Brown Adam Sandler says thoughts on Spider-Man's death. It was the gut punch in the sequence.
Sure.
Did you hear the theory that the reason Peter is the only one who realized what was happening to him was because of the Spidey
No, that's
sense?
silly. The reason he's the only one that really reacts strongly is so that could be the emotional gut punch. It's no, well, he's got the spider sense, so of course he knows. Just no, it was we want to make Tony Stark feel really bad.
This is a bad ending.
So Tom Holland, we really want you to act out this one, man. That was what it was.
That was a 3-movie arc for those two.
Yeah,
He brought him in Civil War. They had their thing in Spider-Man: Homecoming. No, that was a really decent emotional punch, and something that only the Marvel Cinematic Universe can accomplish at this point.
Also, you don't even need the Spidey sense excuse, because he was the only one who I think saw other people go first.
Oh, yeah.
And he's smart enough to know,
Right?
Right.
No, but it's like it's such a neat thing, like seeing the emotional impact after all of these separate movies.
Rich is so pessimistic. How is that pessimistic? The reason he's the one that was, it was for the drama. That's not pessimistic.
Right. If we want to be super cynical about it, I can take care of that. The reason that his death lasted the longest is because he's the most marketable character. How about that?
The one you absolutely would not have expected.
Right. Death screen
And
time.
he's young, so it's the saddest one because he's just a kid. No. It was done for emotional reasons, not with Spider-Sense. That's the thing.
Length of death sequence is equally proportionate to how much people care about that character. There's a reason that War Machine didn't get a big send-off. You know? Like, I think he disappeared in a pile of weeds. I don't know. If War Machine even died. I forget, because no one cares about War Machine.
And there's nothing wrong with making his death dramatic for dramatic purposes. It was just the right call.
Oh, absolutely. Well, like I was getting into, yes, I just updated the title that we are spoiling. Like I was getting into, that's a really neat aspect of the multi-movie continuity, where we get to watch them over the years develop a relationship, and in separate movies, and from different people's perspective, and that's neat.
I'll bet you when they wrote that, they weren't saying, well, Spider-Man's got the Spidey sense, so that's why he knows it's coming. They thought, no, the most dramatic thing that could happen would be if Spider-Man dies in Tony's arms, and we'll make it as hard for Tony as it could possibly be, so Spider-Man's going to beg for his life. Not the Spider-Sense thought coming full.
Oh, shit, it wasn't War Machine that died, it was Falcon.
Didn't War Machine die too, though?
I don't know. I don't know. You know why? I don't care about those characters. I just don't care. One of them died in a pile of weeds.
I thought pretty much the only people left were the original Avengers and Rocket Raccoon.
Well, he was, you know, even though it was a different actor, he was there from the beginning. Rhodey.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
That's true. So he's got reason to be around.
Absolutely. He was,
I almost forget because it wasn't Don Cheadle.
Right. It was Terrence Howard. But technically speaking, he was still there. I'm sorry, but Falcon is the coolest. No disrespect to the Falcon. I don't care about him like I care about Spider-Man. Is all I'm saying. Terrence Howard as War Machine would have been great. You know what it would have been? Hilarious. Man, what an awkward pairing Terrence Howard like trying to be a badass would be. Where are we? We have Hunchback Jack says, which MCU movies do you consider critical to watch before watching Infinity War?
Civil War. Homecoming doesn't hurt.
Homecoming doesn't hurt. Ragnarok just so you know why Thor's in space.
Yeah.
That'd be important.
That might be it.
That's probably it for, like, super necessary. You might want to know who Doctor Strange is.
I didn't see the Doctor Strange movie. I was fine. I don't know if the Guardians would, if you had no idea who the Guardians were.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal with them and Thanos. How about them all? Just watch. You can watch them all except for Ant-Man. You probably don't have to watch.
Yeah, that was probably, you're probably safe.
Yeah, so all of them except for Ant-Man and you're fine. No, you kind of need to watch Thor 2 to remember why Thor 3 is important. So right, Flipmaster Yoda, and then you should watch Justice League just to have a good laugh. and then you can watch Infinity War. Why the fuck is Ant-Man 2 coming out less than 2 months after this? And
Palate cleanser.
And this is the 3rd Marvel movie this year. Black Panther just came out in fucking what? February? January?
I'm gonna be honest. I think it might just be a palate cleanser.
People just need to
all
remember
that death and destruction. Let's take it down. Let's calm down.
Get
some
Paul
fun.
Rudd.
Get Paul Rudd.
Small, like another heist movie. A lot of fun. Hey, remember that guy from the first movie who talked a lot and was really goofy? He's in this one too. Everybody loves him. Evangeline Lilly. She's gonna be doing her shit. It's great. That's actually not a bad thought.
Yeah.
And really, probably the other reason is they at this point they can get away with it.
What else? What else does Disney have this summer? I mean, why not?
When's the Solo coming out?
Probably next Christmas. If the Star Wars movies have been
Christmas?
They follow the pattern. Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
This is started poorly.
Next year is 3 Marvel movies as well, with what? Captain Marvel, Avengers 2, and Homecoming 2. Shit. That's a lot.
Where'd you go train more? Like these special world challenges, they're just not easy, man. I'm not at a part of the game that is easy.
Ready?
Disney has 8 big releases this year. It feels like it.
And why not? They make money on every single one of them.
That's the thing. As long as they're fine. They're all good. They're not making any mistakes. It's not like they're shoveling out turds. I'm looking at you, Sony. So, let them. Keep making decent movies.
Sony or Warner Brothers?
I'm looking at you, everyone who's not Disney. Solo comes out in a month? What?
Really?
What? Is that true?
All right, that's strange. I just assumed the pattern would hold and it would be their holiday thing.
Wait. Solo release date.
What is Disney doing this Christmas?
Rich. Solo comes out at the end of this month.
What?
Solo comes out in 20-some days. 23 days the Solo movie comes out.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Infinity War is still going to be in the theater.
This does not make any sense.
When Solo comes out.
Unless they just have so little faith in Solo. Is that it?
Is that it? That could be it.
That could be it.
May 25th is the Solo movie. Do they have little faith in the Solo movie, or did they already do their scheduling and not realize how huge...
Did not realize how huge Infinity War was going to be. Do you hear yourself speak?
As soon as I said it, I knew it was a mistake. As soon as I said it. Because they just got done underestimating the performance of Black Panther. Like, Black Panther was still in some theaters days before Infinity War came out. Oh. I walked right in.
Yeah, I'm doing bad enough. I wasn't trying too hard.
Okay, gotcha. Jesus Christ, Solo is coming out, like, super soon.
That sucks. I thought I was going to have to worry about that crap for, like, 6 months.
They had Infinity War come out early so it wouldn't conflict with Solo, or so they claimed.
Fuck is Infinity War moving to accommodate Solo?
Black Panther was in the theater next door when I saw Infinity War.
Yeah.
They did not expect Black Panther to have the legs it had. Honestly.
That's just not a joke. That thing was also next door to the theater I saw it in.
That's great. I mean, that's great and also just a little strange. Rich, people keep saying Resurrection Stone. I don't know what those are.
I don't have one.
Oh, okay. Jesus, Disney owns everything. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. Disney or Amazon. That's what we got right now. You want to watch a thing? Go to Disney. You want to buy the thing from the thing you just watched? Go to Amazon. Yeah. What's up with this guy's feet? Is he an elf? He might be a dark elf.
Yeah, it's a dark elf.
He's a dark elf. They got weird feet. Or so I assume. Who has more integrity, Disney or Asylum? Well, Disney, I do believe, genuinely tries to make quality things. So I'm gonna say Disney. Just because they own everything doesn't inherently make them bad. Once they start stopping other people, they're gonna be bad eventually, Disney. But right now they're just making good things, and I think they're trying to make good things. So I'm gonna say Asylum is worse. They genuinely try to make high profit things. Yes, but they understand that making them well makes them high profit. So what would have to happen for Disney's media empire to collapse? The apocalypse. The absolute, utter apocalypse.
Things too incomprehensibly big to ever fail usually fall sooner or later, Jack. Time eventually. Sunset the British Empire at some point.
That's true. There would have to be a whole lot of miscalculations for that to happen. There would have to be a lot of mistakes. Disney started making, like, once Disney movies, once their Disney like animated features started waning, they started being really smart and just started buying things that already made money. And now they're making money off of the things they bought to make money, and I'm sure they are just going to continue doing that.
This fight sucks.
All right. Hi, Jack. Rich, says G-Shots.
Yeah.
I just read I Am Legion, I Am Bob on your recommendation. Really enjoyed it. Thanks
you.
for the tip, and thanks for all the streaming entertainment. I look forward to that. I have that audiobook waiting for me as soon as I get done with my super depressing history of racial segregation book that I'm reading right now. Which, by the way, is very fascinating and utterly depressing. I'm a little absorbed in that at the moment. And then we're gonna lighten the mood with a little fun sci-fi adventure. That's my hope. That's my hope, at least. With I Am Legion, I Am Bob. Rich, are you on normal?
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, these are some of the challenges. This is
the difficult challenge, though.
This is a special challenge area that Rich is on. So, not every. Rich. Not every area is this bad. Dougie Jones, the book I'm currently listening to, I'm Audible listening to, but it's also in print form, is called The Color of Law, which is a history of racial segregation by government officials. And it is utterly and hopelessly depressing.
Did not roll soon enough.
But very interesting. Very interesting. Got to roll. You should have rolled, Rich. Should have rolled. Sounds like a hoot and a half. Yeah. It's a bit much, but it's really interesting and utterly heartbreaking.
All right, I think we might be getting near the last attempt.
That's fine, Rich. That's fine. We got a couple more tips here, so attempt as many times as you feel like. Doobie Sandwich says, once mutants inevitably get absorbed into the current Marvel Cinematic Universe,
They'll start from scratch.
do you think the MCU will incorporate the anti-mutant agenda, or will it ignore it altogether?
I don't know how the fuck they're going. I know they're going to. I have expressed the opinion before
Yeah.
that X-Men should take place in its own universe. Because the X-Men kind of relies on this pre-established discrimination against mutants. And in order to have mutants in the MCU, you have to introduce them fresh. Like, they haven't existed in the MCU before. We've not heard fucking shit about mutants before.
Yeah.
And it's weird if just suddenly they're around and they're discriminated against. It's weird. I almost think they should just have an X-Men mutant universe, but they probably won't do that. And I don't know. I have no idea how they're going to handle it.
Well, here would be the proper way to handle it would be not dealing with any of the discrimination stuff in the first movie. You hint at it.
Isn't that key to the X-Men experience?
The part of that is that they feel like outsiders and that they feel different. And so the first movie is all about how they're hiding, right? They're hiding their true powers, and yes,
Shit, too late. You gotta shield up.
Yep. Oh, damn it. So, the first movie is just them hiding their true powers because they're afraid of what society will do to them. You could cite, people like the Hulk and how people are afraid of them and stuff like that. Like, they could use the current MCU kind of to their advantage to say, hey, we're not Captain America, we're not Tony Stark.
How are they significantly different?
We're outsiders. Maybe you put more weird looking ones on the X-Men. Put the real weird ones on there. Maybe make it Nightcrawler centric, because he's a goblin looking one. And just have the first movie them doing super shit in the shadows, and then maybe at the end of that one they make themselves public, and then the second one, growing resentment towards the mutant invasion, that kind of stuff. It could work. It could all work. People aren't necessarily cool with Hulk. I mean, he destroys whole cities and people are mad at him a lot. That's a Hulk thing. And people are okay with Tony Stark and Captain America and Thor because they're good-looking people. They're good-looking rich people, right? So I think there's like a marginalization angle that they could take with the mutants. It would take some setting up, and I don't think they could do it their first movie out, is what I'm saying. Those were commas. Cap isn't rich. Cap is handsome. Cap, Iron Man, and Thor are rich and handsome. Sorry, they are either or. They are rich or handsome, or created by America, or gods, or rich, or handsome, all the above. Right. That's what I meant. Sorry, not that Captain America is rich. Even though he might be at this point.
Ooh, you're right. I do have gems for Dark Elf damage resistance.
Oh. I bet Cap's the kind of person who invests his money wisely. And he's been hanging out in Wakanda. Like, he doesn't need to pay rent. It's Captain America. Cranehead Christ, yes, we're talking all the spoilers. I put it in the title. So hard to be rich on the run. Who cares? He's good looking. He's an American hero. Everyone loves him. Everyone loves Captain. Cap's been collecting interest on a 100+ year bank account. Exactly. He doesn't have to work anymore. He Philip J. fried it. He's got that mad bank account. Do you know you can get an Infinity Gauntlet in God of War? I did not know that.
Like a licensed Infinity Gauntlet? Like, haha.
Yeah, like the Forever Glove is what they call it. The Golden Forever Glove.
Or is it in partnership with Marvel as like a promotional thing?
Oh, no, I can't imagine.
Why not? Why can't you imagine? They've done weirder. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are in Injustice 2.
Yes, I can imagine. We're talking Disney. How much are they going to pay Disney for that? Even though like now the Avengers are in like home insurance and cholesterol medication commercials. I can't imagine God of War paying a lot of money for that. Oh yeah, and this is a Sony stuff. Well, maybe Sony and Marvel they've been friends lately. They're saying it's not official, it's just very similar. But it is a reference.
Okay.
Sure.
I haven't seen it. So.
Yeah. Let's see here. True Blue Review says, my other problem with Infinity War is that there were several times a character letting another character die would have stopped Thanos' plan entirely, most notably Gamora with Nebula, and Wanda with Vision, and to add to that,
I know, it's
Strange
terrible that our heroes don't want to let other people die.
Doctor Strange and Iron Man. Yeah.
Doctor Strange and Iron Man? No. That one you're wrong about.
What?
Doctor Strange letting Tony live in exchange for giving Thanos the gem.
Right.
Even though earlier in the movie he was saying, if it comes to me or the gem, I'll sacrifice you.
Right.
There was also a scene where he meditated and saw into the futures. And there was not only that one future they won in.
Yep.
And obviously this is something Doctor Strange needed to have done.
Yes.
In order for them to be ultimately victorious.
Yeah. Oh, yes. We will discover this was all part of Doctor Strange's plan. No, you see, Thanos needed to get all this because I knew that if Thanos did this, Captain America would be alive and Captain would do the thing to make it all better. Whatever. Right. Absolutely. And he's going to be a real dick about it at the end, too, which is going to be great. I told you I had a plan. But right, like that's kind of standard comic booky superhero-y stuff, which is, you know, I don't want the person right next to me to die, even if that means half of the planet will die. Which is fine. That's all fine, acceptable comic booky stuff. Tiberius Kirk says, Jack, is it okay that after your story about your tremors, I nominated Shakes the Clown for movies tonight? Yes, I think that's very funny. So yes, I think that's okay, Tiberius Kirk. Shakes the Clown. What a bunch of dickheads. Womp womp. Let's see what we got here. James Jamington has some Expanse spoilers. So if you are watching The Expanse and aren't fully caught up on Season 2, heads up. In The Expanse, Naomi gives the thing to Fred Johnson and everyone gets mad at her, but in the books they decide that Fred should have it. Why do you think they did that? For tension, man. For crew tension. I'm sure it's going to pay off in some sort of meaningful way. So far all of the stories revolve around kind of the morality of war and the struggles for power among Earth, Mars, and the Belt, and Naomi did a big dumb thing, but possibly for a good reason, and we'll see. It makes sense character-wise. I would have been more thrown off if in the TV version the whole crew decided to do that to Fred Johnson, because Holden is kind of a Captain America-esque person where he just makes the right decision even if it's the bad one. So I'm gonna say okay. I'm okay with it. Valiant Bloodshot says, I'm curious how they will get Adam Warlock into the next one. He's a part of the original story.
They're not going to.
And he was teased in Guardians 2. Perhaps Captain Marvel can bring
He's not been developed enough for him to have to be the major player in Infinity War.
Oh God, no. No. Yeah.
That would be the dumbest move they could make.
The most likely possibility is that after the Captain Marvel movie, Captain Marvel's coming in, and she will be the Adam Warlock to help save the day.
Adam Warlock was important. Well, for one, he in previous comics, he was Thanos' archenemy.
Okay.
But for another thing, he had a connection to the Soul Gem.
Oh.
Gamora's going to serve that function.
What was his connection to the Soul Gem?
It was in his fucking forehead for years.
Oh.
As a character, he just had the Soul Gem. That was his thing.
He was connected to the soul. That wasn't a metaphor.
They kind of ripped that off with the Vision.
Right. Okay.
The Vision's got the Mind Gem. Well, it was actually the comics. It was
the Soul
Adam
Gem.
Warlock who had the Soul Gem.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So he is not important to this story. He won't be a part of it.
I don't think so, and I think it would be stupid if they tried to shoehorn him in.
Yeah, that would be weird. At this point, no one knows who he is. He was teased in a second of 3 post-credit scenes in
where we don't even see him. We see his cocoon.
Right. I think I would call him Atom. Right. Sausage Chose wants to know if Howard the Duck has shown up again. Right. It would be as if Howard the Duck came in to save the day. That actually would make more sense. Probably more people know who Howard the Duck is than they know who Adam Warlock is. Now, I'm going to assume that Captain Marvel, who
Oh, bullshit!
is Supergirl, she's just you know, she is the big hitter of the group, is going to come in and help fight Thanos. That would make more sense as far as their business game plan is concerned. I hope we get an MCU Howard the Duck movie. James Gunn wants to do it.
Does he?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm totally down.
James Gunn has been itching to do a Howard the Duck movie since before Guardians. And he fought to get Howard the Duck in, you know, the post-credit sequence of
Yeah.
of Guardians. He wants it so fucking bad. I don't know if it can happen. Adam Warlock is more popular than Captain Marvel. Who has their own comic book right now?
Ready?
Does Adam Warlock have his own comic book right now?
I know. I agree. I agree with you, Jack. I don't think Joe Public has any fucking idea who the fuck Adam Warlock is.
What's really important is to understand what niche you are in, and know that other people aren't necessarily into that niche. And so, like, amongst hardcore comic book people, Adam Warlock might be more popular than Captain Marvel.
Look, the sales on her comic book might not even be that good, but she has one.
When's the last time Adam Warlock has been in a comic book? So I stand by my statement. Proustinik says, how aware are you of the Milwaukee Bucks NBA teams?
I know they exist.
That's it. Yeah.
I know there's probably spending a stupid amount of money so they can have a stadium when nobody in the fucking town gives a shit.
Nobody wants a new stadium. Nobody cares about the Bucks.
There's not been a popular movement to keep the Bucks in town.
No.
But hey, let's spend
how about
millions of dollars on that.
How about let's make a new stadium? It would have been a better sale if they said more touring musicians will come into town because of the Bucks Arena. Like, oh yeah, okay, then we'll pay for it. But no one cares that it's the new Bucks Arena. They made the playoffs this year. I had no idea.
I had no idea.
And have one of the best young players in all of basketball. I can't tell you the last time I've been to a Bucks game. I don't really know anyone who goes to Bucks games. But you know what? I just got done saying it's important to know the niche you're in, and other people might like the Bucks. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not a huge basketball fan, but I'm from Chicago. I have far more of an emotional connection to the Bulls. From the Chicago area, if you want to get anal. All right, are we almost done?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
we're just about caught up. If
Yeah,
anytime you want to stop, you've been
I think this is gonna be the last
you've
attempt.
been pounding your face against a brick wall for the past hour and a half. So anytime you're ready to stop, we're
we're
just
streaming,
stop.
so it's a hard fight. I'm not giving my full concentration,
Yeah.
and it probably wouldn't matter anyway. This is a hard fight.
That's fine. MLG Freeman says, are you guys more excited to see Deadpool 2 or Avengers
Infinity War. Thanos is one of my favorite characters.
And how did you think? How do you think it
His motivation's completely different, but otherwise it feels like Thanos.
Oh, that's good. So you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I was also more excited to see Avengers Infinity War. I think Deadpool 2 is going to be good. It looks funny. But, yeah. I was more hyped for Avengers. was M.
He's not gonna waste time showing off. He's just gonna get his shit done.
Yeah.
Thanos does shit. He gets shit done. He doesn't pose and threaten. He just gets shit done. Okay, one more time after.
Oh God, Rich. Oh
This is
God.
pathetic.
Rich, do you have to see the Solo movie for half in the bag?
I hope not.
Any way you can pawn that off on Jack? Good luck, buddy. Oh, guys, I'm feeling really sick. I can't. I'm sick. I can't. Listen, I don't want to see it either.
Ready?
Red.
Let's see here. Cranehead Christ says just saw Avengers today, so just watched the review, and I'm sorry if this has been asked already, but how did Jay find out that the action figure looked exactly like him? I know they said...
No idea.
Okay. Well, you guys have the action figure.
We have the action figure. I heard about it from Jay, so I don't know how Jay heard about it. Jay or Mike.
That action figure just might have been here as part of the set. Or did he buy it special for that episode? True Blue Review says, lightning round question, who gave the best performance aside from Bolin?
Tom Holland. That death scene. Was great.
That was pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. I need another watch. Which stone would you want to be able to use? Practically, that space stone seems pretty wicked. Just teleportation. Just woof, I'm now any place. That seems pretty...
You can do a lot with time.
You could do a lot with time. No doubt about it. But I don't want to, like, rip... Like, I just want to, like, get to the grocery store faster. I don't want to, like, mess around with timelines and the space-time continuum or no shit like that.
See, if I had a time gem, Jack, I'd have a lot less apology streams.
You know what? I just watched the movie. How'd you do that, Rich? Time Stone. Oh, okay. Yeah, reality seems to be really useful. Like, that seems to get a lot done. What does, the Soul Stone do?
Mystical stuff, I don't know.
Right? The Soul Stone seems to be able to stop space Nazis, so that's pretty powerful. It stops them right in their track. By the way, I was really happy to see him.
Red Skull?
Yeah.
Even though I didn't like the movie he was in.
I'm just happy that Hugo Weaving's still working, man. Hey, showed up. It was just nice. It was just like, oh, look at that. Old character. That's great. Let's see, which one would you be able to use? And which combination of characters would you want to have their own movie? Just thinking of fun fan service stuff, that the Winter Soldier and Rocket Raccoon team up was really funny. Give them a little buddy cop movie where they just shoot everything.
All right, I'm done.
Be done.
I'm done.
And a badass ladies of fighting movie. A Black Widow and head lady of the Black Panther ladies. That was great.
I'm being informed that it wasn't Hugo Weaving.
What?
Hugo Weaving put his foot down and told Marvel never again after Captain America. Apparently, he didn't enjoy the experience.
Then who was that?
I don't know. I didn't notice a difference. But then again, it's been so long since I've seen
Sure.
the first Avenger.
I suppose. They just got a look-alike. Well, shit. Well, I guess it was just nice to see the Red Skull, too. It's just a little... Who was it, then? It was Ross Marquand, the micro impressions guy on YouTube. Really? They got a fucking Hugo Weaving impersonator?
For a cameo.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. It was not Weaving. I color me shocked. Color me shocked. Not necessarily appalled, but shocked.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden the Hugo Weaving impersonator like becomes the main villain in a movie, then I'll be appalled.
It wouldn't be the first time a role's been recast.
But recast as
an
someone
impression?
who does an impression of the first actor. You know what? Actually, I wonder if the Actors Guild would get involved with that.
I have no idea.
I wonder if there's a union rule against that. When will your God of War review be out? We just filmed it today. Realistically, Monday, possibly before that. But realistically, Monday.
Also, there's a good chance I won't be around for the next stream, just so everyone knows. You're all prepared for it.
Okay. Yeah, then we might not stream on Sunday, in which case I'll do a Monday morning stream.
Okay.
So heads up. Heads up. Okay, and we're all caught up. So we've now reached the point in the stream in which we thank all of the lovely people who have subscribed to us during the stream. We will even thank the non-lovely people who subscribe to us during
everyone.
the stream. I mean, just, the whole gamut, lovely and non-lovely. Much like Sad Vega.
Heckadoom!
Roloff Maytech, who has subscribed to us for 19 months in a row and says, boy.
Varyar77 for 27 fucking months in a row says, hello and thanks again for all the years of joy, geekery, and clowns.
Pandabibble.
Loopy Dog 1.
Eve Elcon. Evie Elcon, maybe, who says, hello from Mexico. Down the wall. Thank you for all the good times.
All right. Laggin' Wagon for 14 months.
Goobermeister.
Comrade 5520.
Megapaw, who says, hey guys, a few streams ago you were telling me about puppets. I make professional ones at my studio. I can hook you up. And don't read this part, but, a website we can go to.
Okay.
Thanks, Megapaw.
Gobbledygooks for 45 motherfucking months in a row says, brimful of Asha on the 45.
Brimful of Asha on the 45. Everybody wants a bosom for a pillow. Everybody wants a bosom. You know that one?
I have no idea
It's
what
a,
the
it's
fuck
a song. It's an alternative rock song from the mid to late 90s.
I don't remember.
Brimful of Asha on the 45.
I might know it if I heard the actual song.
It sounds just like that.
I'm not a lyrics guy.
Everybody wants a bosom for a pillow. You don't remember that song?
I don't do music well.
Everybody wants a bullet for a pillow. Everybody wants a bosom. It was a thing. It was a whole thing, Rich.
All right. Joe Kitty 001 for 13 months in a row. Says, hey guys, gonna play a co-op game anytime? I don't know, maybe. We'll see what happens. Happens every now and then.
Apparently no one remembers this song except for me. By the way, the chat is saying they also do not remember this song. Am I the only one who listened to alternative rock in the mid to late 90s?
Everyone listened to alternative rock in the mid to late 90s, but I don't recall that song.
No, just no one remembers it. That's fine. That's fine. You know what my favorite alternative rock song from the mid to late 90s was? Is Who Sucked Out the Feeling. Do you remember that one?
How's it go?
Who sucked out the feeling?
Jack? Jack, stick to somebody once told me. Just stick to that. That's your niche.
Sucked out the fan. It's a legitimately good song.
You're not the sharpest tool in the shed, Jack.
I'm not doing it justice. It's a good song. Wait, okay, where'd we go?
Joe Kitty 01.
Okay, you did that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at Rhythm Gardner, who says, Go Rons is Morons.
Okay.
From your earlier talk about how you don't like Gorons.
Oh.
Keep hacking and frauding, Hail Hydra.
To be fair, I don't think they really deserve to be put in chains. I just don't need them in my Zelda game. Okay, they're Gorons. They're stupid. The Zoras are fine.
The big lovable goofballs.
I hate the big dumb warrior.
Hey brother, let's smash some rocks and eat some rocks. Ho, ho, ho.
I never cared for big dumb warrior race guys.
Huh?
I just never did.
No, that's fine. That's okay.
Strong, strength, eat rock. Okay. Where's civilization?
Well, to be fair, they also live on a fucking volcano. They don't have much
Because
civilization.
they're dumb!
Well, that's what I'm saying. It makes sense. They're not building skyscrapers and drinking tea. They're hanging out on a volcano.
Rich loves Drax but hates Gorons. There's an exception to every rule, man.
That's true. We are at James Farr, who says, thanks for all the great content. Guys!
WTF Pone, I believe. 87.
Sure. Lonan, who says, they should really just rename the Avengers movies Tony Stark Gets More PTSD. Poor guy. They should just rename every Avenger movie Poor Pepper Potts. Why is she sticking around?
She's Ash.
Why is she sticking around?
I don't think she did. I think she blew away, Jack.
It's very possible. It's very possible. But like after the first couple of kidnapping and Iron Manning, and then Pepper gets kidnapped, and then Tony almost blows up, and then Pepper gets kidnapped again. Eventually, she's just got to be like, I have to get out of this relationship, Tony. Okay. Don't you think?
I don't know.
I
don't know what the motivation for the fictional character is to stay in the weird relationship.
It's because she's a fictional character and she stays in there because we like Tony to have a love interest who he talks to occasionally.
If your wife, you found out she was a superhero, would you ditch her?
Oh God, no.
Okay, that's why Pepper Potts sticking around with Tony Stark.
Well, then she's got to stop complaining. Just know what you got. Know what you got, Pepper. You're married to a billionaire superhero. You're fine. Or they're not married yet, but.
Yeah.
By the way, can I say we've probably talked about this at some point, but just speaking of Pepper Potts and superhero movies.
Yeah.
I was unreasonably excited when Gwyneth Paltrow showed up at the end of Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh, that scene, yeah.
Like way at the end of Spider-Man: Homecoming, Gwyneth Paltrow is just there and ready to do her stuff as Pepper Potts, but she's been missing for like 8 movies.
It's fun.
And I was like, oh, Gwyneth Paltrow's back. How nice.
It's fun.
What I'm saying is I was being unreasonably excited.
They implied she left in, what was it, Age of Ultron?
In Age of Ultron, yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, they implied she left in that. Tony straight up said we're taking a break in Civil War. And so, like, yeah, she was just gone.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's like, I'm back now. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm Pepper. I was like, oh, well, fuck, Pepper's back.
I came to an agreement with the actress.
Exactly. Listen, I know there was some behind the scenes dealing. I just liked it. That Pepper came back. All right? Unreasonably excited. Let's see, where are we at? We're at Blind Unlined is what we're at.
True Blue review for 18 months in a row says, hot take. God of War didn't have the kind of story it had to mature with its audience, but so that it would be more like the stories of the AAA PS4 games of the last few years.
A little bit of both, maybe. Maybe. We'll get into that. We got a whole review where we talked about that. A True Blue review. That's why we can't talk about it much right now. We just talked it out. We're done. A Clockwork Stalin for 42 motherfucking months in a row.
Gino Suave for 17 months in a row. Says, when I was 17, it was a very good year. It's another song. I don't know it, though.
It was a very good year.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's the tip of my brain thinky.
All I can do is think of the Simpsons parody. When I was 17, I drank some very good beer. I drank some very good beer that I purchased with a fake ID. My name was Scotty McGee. I stayed up listening to Queen when I was 17. Somebody.
Talanog says, Voyager is my favorite Star Trek. Should I unsubscribe? You don't have to.
Maybe just don't bring it up.
We're not going to agree with you.
Right.
But
that's fine. If you liked it, that's fine. FC Elite for 21 fucking months in a row.
Recommended play.
Thunderbird. What's the deal with everyone at RLM whose name starts with J liking arty farty bullshit? By the way, that's really true. It's all the J's really like arty farty bullshit.
Sagan 1220 for 39 motherfucking months in a row.
Digsy Doo.
Pez Freak for 12 months in a row says, love you guys. Thank you.
GTA 2429.
The Real Van for 30 fucking months in a row says, since we already saw everyone punch Thanos in the movie. Since we already saw everyone punch Thanos in this movie, I hope the next one will be some kind of Ocean's 11 / Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows mashup to get the stones back. That would be something interesting we haven't seen before in the MCU. I guess. Man barely got punched.
He barely got. Well, he got a fucking axe in his chest. So that's kind of like a punch. We're missing some heavy hitters coming into part 2 here. So they're going to have to pull off some sneaky bullshit.
Kevin, I can never pronounce his name. Fiji? Does Fiji?
Fiji.
To date, he has been smart.
Yes.
And I don't think it's just going to be they all group together and punch him in the face.
No.
They can't do that.
They're going to do something clever. Well, that's what I'm saying. They don't have the heavy hitters, so they're going to do some sneaky bullshit. It's going to be great.
I mean, they're going to punch someone else in the face so they can do something clever. Maybe. Probably. But they're not going to punch Thanos in the face.
What else? Captain America's going to punch other people in the face while they do something sneaky. Yeah.
Gamora's going to make him feel sad.
She's dead.
Her soul's alive in
there
the stone.
We go. There you go.
Gamora is 100% going to be a factor.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
It's 100% going to be a factor.
Her soul is going to haunt him.
Because he had to give up her soul to get the soul stone, so now her soul is bonded to the soul stone.
Ooh, I like it. Rich, you just wrote it. They stole your idea and they're making it. And that makes a lot of sense. I like it. Monk Opotamus, who says, I did the thing this month again. Hooray.
Dr. Talos.
Art Anus 6. I don't think that was supposed to be Art Anus.
Art Anus.
But nope, I like Art Anus. That's what I'm going with. 6.
Max Thrust.
Alec Station for 19 months. Hey, did they mention Hawkeye at all?
Mentioned.
Did they?
Yeah. Why does everyone have to show up for every adventure? Can't they not have gotten a hold of him in time?
He's been a part of the movies.
Sure, but I mean for this specific adventure.
Did he get a mention?
He got a mention. I think him and Ant-Man was like the same. Now they're lying low. Or they're.
Well, Ant-Man got a thing. Like,
I thought it was him and Hawkeye. Or am I just wrong? Am I remembering that wrong?
I don't know. He was hiding. I thought that, well, and maybe I missed it because I remember them saying like, "Oh, and Ant-Man's on house arrest, so he didn't want to risk that." But I don't remember the same line. Okay, the same line as Ant-Man. All right, that's fair. That's fair. Sagan. Nope. Did we do that? We did. We're way down there.
We're here.
We're at Max Thrust.
I just did.
Fuck, we're at Alex Station for 19 months in a row, who says, I only subscribe to hear the opinions of the true intellectual sphincters.
Okay. Casual Horse.
That was my...
Casual Horse.
Casual Horse.
29 fucking months in a row.
Miss Toots for 16 months in a row, who says, missed the stream. I just bought this game. Hopefully it's good.
It is.
Rich really likes it.
Kajork! And nobody else, because that's the last one.
You know what? I think with the theme of all the Norse, that's Kjork. Like Bjork.